What's up, guys? How's it going? My name is Fedor, and on my left, this wonderful, smiling, and loving your name is.
Victoria.
And at the end of April, we hit a date, which is 4 years of being together.
Our anniversary.
Our anniversary was at the end of April, which was
Yes.
recently, and we stayed together for 4 years. And in our, us being together, we have seen numbers and like a lot of people
Yeah.
breaking up, getting together. You would think that they would be together forever,
Yeah.
but they're not.
Yes.
And so we have seen some things that we do differently from them that allows us to stay together
Right.
and that we don't see in others.
Right. And that's why we are here today to share
Yes.
with you all what makes our relationship work and how
Yes.
we've lasted this long.
Right. And if you are in a relationship right now that you want to keep for a long time, we're going to mention 4 things that you might want to borrow and to implement in your own relationship. So the first
Yes.
thing is communication.
Communication is key,
All
y'all.
right, go ahead and explain that.
I just think, first of all, you have to learn how your partner communicates.
Yes.
Because that was the hardest step for me and you.
Yes.
I was the better communicator.
Okay.
I feel like in the beginning, and Fedora would just kind of, you would just send a quick text, like you wouldn't elaborate on like what you're doing or
Yeah.
like why can't you talk at this moment.
Right.
So just communication is key because
Mm-hmm.
without communication, your relationship cannot work.
Yes.
Fedora will give you a better example of
Yeah.
why
so,
communication is important.
communicating where you are, what your plans are, communicating what you want to do. Not just like, oh, why didn't we go to the movies? Well, how about you say that you wanted to go to the movies in the first place?
Right.
So don't leave the other person guessing what you want, where you are, what you're doing, and what you're feeling. Another important factor in this is communicating your feelings. Are you
Oh, my
hurt?
goodness.
Are you happy? Is this gift good? Is this meal something that you love?
Yeah.
Communicate to me what exactly that you're loving and maybe not loving so I can know better.
And I would say, I honestly, in our relationship, at first, I struggled with that. I would expect Fedora to know what I wanted and didn't want when he didn't even know what I wanted and
Yeah.
didn't want. So once I expressed that, once I got it off my chest, once we had a conversation, it was better, you know?
Yeah. Once you would explain yourself to me, I would understand it for the next time. For example, you don't like tomatoes. Unless you tell me this, I wouldn't know not to put tomatoes in your salad. But you have communicated that to me, and that's just like a small example, right?
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
it can
yeah.
work with everything. So moving on to the next
Yes.
point. What's our next point?
Is uplifting one another. Guys, this is so important because your partner must feel loved, supported, and
Yes.
encouraged throughout the relationship so they can execute what they want to do in life
Right.
and you can do the exact same way. And the way to do this is to appreciate the little things that they're doing. If they're working hard, if they're spending late hours at school or work,
Right.
just acknowledge that. Say, hey, babe, I know you've
Good
been doing
job.
this. Good job. I know we haven't had time to hang out, but let's set a day for us to go out
Right.
and have a good time. So
Yeah.
I would say that's so important for both of us
Yes.
in our relationship.
I have a lot of business ideas, a lot of different things that I'm doing, and I need to know that it's okay for me to do that. If my partner is bringing me down, oh, why are you doing this? Why not hanging out with me? Then I would not feel comfortable doing that anymore. And sometimes for you to get ahead in life, you have to have that support. And who is a better
Yeah.
person to give support than your significant
Yes.
other? If your girlfriend does not appreciate you doing the business, why do you think others will? Or you will
Right.
not have the same confidence going into it.
Right.
And if you are in a relationship, why do I want to be with you if I don't benefit from that anyhow,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So you have to give that person a benefit of some sort for them to grow as a person as well. Don't just be in it to get something.
Yeah,
Give.
yeah.
Give back. Support. Love. Gifts.
Yes.
Words of affirmation. Whatever. Hugs. Kisses.
Yeah.
Right? Things like that. You have to do
I
that.
love the kisses. We're not going to be able to focus.
And this brings us to the third point, knowing each other's love
Oh.
language.
My goodness.
In the very, very beginning, we both found out what our love languages were by just talking about
Yes,
it.
by talking about it, guys, and there's a quiz we took so long ago in the beginning of our
Yeah.
relationship, because all my friends were doing it, and
Yeah.
they were like, how do you not know your man's love language?
Right.
Like, this is really important.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's so true. So we took the quiz.
Yeah.
And you want to say what I am and I say what you are?
Yes, you are all affection, touch, and kiss, and sometimes small gifts.
Yes, and Fedora's is quality time and words of affirmation are extremely important for Fedora.
Yeah, and so I know that for Victoria to be loved, I don't have to talk to her. Just give her a hug and a kiss. If she feels bad, if she feels like, she has too much on her plate, I just come to her and give her a hug. Even though it's not how I express my love,
Yes.
I have to do that for you to feel loved, and vice versa. People make a mistake in assuming that, if you give them love the way you want to get love, they'll feel loved too. And if you come to me and give me a kiss, I don't like that.
Right, and I realized that in the beginning of our relationship because I was trying to love him the way I wanted to be loved. If I wanted to have a hug or a kiss, I would give him a hug or a kiss. He'd be like, what are you doing? Like, that's
not love
get
to
away
me.
from me. That's not love to me. And I realized when I would spend quality time with Fedora and talk to him and talk about all his ideas, he lives for it and he just blushes and just feels loved.
Yeah.
So it's important, guys, to know your partner's love language because you need to know how to love your partner.
Yes. And then finally, our final point is no conflict stays unresolved.
Oh, yeah.
If there's some tension between you two, if there's something that's going on between you and your partner, you have to find out what's the deepest, feeling, why they're feeling this way.
And I would say Fedora's a little better at this than me. Usually in the relationship, somebody's the stronger one.
Yeah.
Because I could be like really stank and stubborn and like not want to resolve it, but Fedora is just like very on it.
Yeah.
Babe, I'm not leaving until we resolve this. So I really respect that, and it's very important.
Yeah, it's very important to actually understand the deepest roots of the problem. Sometimes when I say something mean to Victoria, not thinking it's mean, she'll be offended for maybe like a couple of hours. But it's not because of the word I use. It's because of something else that's on the inside that she doesn't, maybe it's a subconscious thing that you have to dig deeper to find out.
Yeah. And sometimes that happens in our arguments.
Yeah.
Like, we would be arguing and we were like, well, how did this even happen? Like, what did I say? And then it always ends up being a deeper issue on something that we didn't deal with last time.
Right.
That should have been dealt with right away. We're going to give you an example of a little argument that we had a week ago that's kind of really personal, and I don't really like opening up about it.
But we have to for the sake of the example so you guys can relate better and so you guys can understand.
Yes.
So we were in the car, and I was just having joke. I think I put the shades on, just making jokes. And Victoria started secretly recording me. And I do not like when I'm being recorded. It seems to me like you're going to post it and share with somebody else. I want to enjoy the moment with you. So I went off. I got angry.
Yeah, he got angry.
I went off, and I didn't say anything mean, but I was very aggressive.
Yes, and I was just trying to have... So... if I would defend how I was just trying to have fun because that's what I do with my family.
Yes.
We always record each other and then like save it for later. I wasn't recording it to put it on a social media platform.
Yeah.
I just always like recording a funny moment and then later looking at it and be like, oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
But in Fedora's family, they don't do that, and it's very different.
And so initially, I just simply went off. I said, why are you doing this all the time? I don't like it. But then after 10 minutes of silence in the car, I realized what my issue was.
Yeah, because we got mad, and when I get upset, I just get quiet because I don't want to say anything like aggressive and mean because you were already aggressive. So I don't want to add fuel to the fire. So I was just like, let me just be quiet and just think about what happened.
And then after we thought about what happened, I realized that I want to have fun with you.
Yeah.
For you to record me, it seems like you're gonna share with somebody or with us later. I don't wanna see it later. I wanna have it in the moment right now. So if we didn't look past my anger, we would have never gotten to the deeper issue, and that would never been resolved.
And it was guys, it was a real bad issue. I know it's kind of sounding like it wasn't an issue, but like Fedora really got upset, and I was upset because I'm like, now you just ruined the whole day because we were having fun and you didn't have to take it that seriously.
Right.
But he just really wanted to enjoy the moment. So if I didn't look at myself and be like, okay, he's not like my sister or like my parents. Like everyone's different, so you have to learn how to work with people. And I feel like that was a good learning experience for both of us because I was freaking pissed. I was like, well, he's just
Being
uptight
sensitive.
and
Oh.
being sensitive and doesn't want to have fun. But
Yeah.
instead, I was just like, okay, I can take it back
Right.
and not be so like
Yeah.
harsh about it, you
Yes.
know?
And so we got it resolved, and now we are
Yeah.
a better couple.
Yes, guys, and these things may seem minor, but like it's important. You have to just add these 4 steps in your life, you know?
Because otherwise, some argument is gonna break you, and we
Yeah.
don't want that for you guys. We follow these 4 steps all the time to stay together. And if you want to find out more about us, click the next video and enjoy our love, how we express ourselves.
Yes.
And we're gonna see you in the next video.
Second point is I forgot.
Next video.
Yeah. Sorry, that was a good
Alright.
segue.
That's alright. It's a good segue.
Don't put this in the bloops. Why are you looking at me? I caught you staring at me.
I'm just thinking.
I caught
Just
you,
thinking.